I'm either selling this or taking it back. I'm not gonna, I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna trim my Christmas tree with this? Like, it's not gonna happen. I'm really curious to see how this does. I have a suspicion, and I'll eat my words, but I have a suspicion this is gonna be the same level of power as the Ryobi 18 volt high performance. I could be wrong. I think I want it to be. I think my inner Milwaukee fanboy wants this to be more powerful than the Ryobi one. Oh, it's so tiny. Yeah, that's what she said. Never mind. I guess with the battery, it's not gonna matter. What I was gonna say is I wish this handle was a little bit longer because it like digs into my palm of my hand, pad of my hand. No, that's fine. All right, once you put the battery on there, that's a chunk. I can see why a lot of people don't like the 12 volt because that's such a big fat grip, but it makes sense trying to get the battery in there. I complained about the 18 volt, how the safety was. So this one is in a much better place. Like this one makes sense. I can barely reach to turn the safety on, but this one, this makes sense. Like I'm pulling trigger action down, safety up, never mind. This overall tip to butt, 11 inches. The 18 Gen 2 that we tested, M18 is what I'm talking about. I think that one's around 17 inches. Biggest part, 3.2 pounds. That's crazy. The 18 Fuel was 6.8 pounds, so we're less than half. We're, whatever that comes out, half pound less than half the weight and then some. That is absolutely insane. Strokes per minute is the same. So even this little guy is getting 3,000 strokes per minute. The same M18 Fuel was getting 3,000 strokes per minute. 5/8 of an inch stroke length versus 1 1/4 inch stroke length. So that's gonna be a risk factor, but we're gonna take this through the exact same testing, see how it does. Let's get started. Brand new blade. How does blade change work? Oh, just a little twist function. That's kind of cool. Maybe. Well, it was cool for about half a second. Twist, insert, let go. That is in there. See, this was my gripe with the Ryobi. The Ryobi one was there was so much play in it, and I really think that's why it has so much difficulty. That's why it vibrated so much, but this just feels more sturdy. I'm really curious to see what the difference is between the 2.5 high output and the XC 4.0. I'm not gonna add weight yet, just the first normal cut. That vibrates. That vibrates a lot. That's so little. I'm gonna eat my words so fast. This is gonna be the same level of power as the Ryobi 18 volt high performance. What was that, like 30 seconds? Okay, I've decided this is not a demo tool whatsoever. Really quickly. There's no way this is beating the Ryobi. Better, not great. I mean, the first one for sure, without putting my hand on top, there's just no way. It's so light, there's just not enough pressure. But it didn't seem to stall out at all. So 2 cuts, we still have three bars of battery. Ooh, when we add nails to this, still 7.5 pounds of weight, 1 high output battery. That may have been, you know, a second or 2 faster, not much at all. Still full battery with that. And let's go XC. This is the XC 4.0. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That was the quickest time, I think. I think that was faster than the high output. 16 penny nails, 2.5, high output battery. Definitely not looking like it's gonna be faster than Ryobi. Definitely slower than Ryobi. XC 4.0 full battery. And you know what? I was saying I would rather use this than the Ryobi one, but I'm not considering how much more force I would have to put down. Clearly it's slower. I wasn't considering how much hand fatigue I would get. Definitely vibrating a good amount. My hand's already getting kind of red. I know, still big old baby. I don't know, it's slower. It cuts, it doesn't vibrate that much. I wouldn't want to do this for more than a job. Last one, high output battery. Whew, all right, I'm glad that's over. That sucked. That wasn't fun. I know that's not gonna come across on camera, but it's definitely vibrating. It almost seemed like the blade wore up faster. I'm not sure if that's just because of the shorter stroke length, so we're not using as much blade as we were before on the bigger tools. Very much could be. 103, 106 in the grip, 83 degrees where I was holding. Motor 91, 88, up in the mechanical, 121.8, 122. I'm gonna see if I can kind of just bog this tool down. The weight was 7.5 pounds, so how quickly we can cut using a lot more force. Now that wasn't bad. That leads into what I said about it having the power and just not having enough weight. I really think that's its biggest limiting factor. And that felt great, by the way, this little hand position, just to push down. I thought my hand was gonna get chewed up, but that actually worked really well in the stop for my hand to fit. So this actually wasn't bad at all. I was able to apply an ample amount of force. Now that's, in a good test environment, pushing straight down, I get it, ideal situation. But that actually felt pretty good. I don't think maybe trying to cut what you would normally use this for. I was trying to cut a truss. Yeah, cut sideways. I don't think that would be all that great. I just can't apply enough force. Let's throw the other blade on there. Whoo, that sucks. Okay, we just realized, it's funny that I have this today. So here's what sucks. Your blade change, you have to grab this. That's now 130 degrees, 143 degrees. So now that's my only way to change the blade. So 143, so what? But that's hot. Shit. Perspective, like coffee, like 160, not the most pleasant design. I don't like that a lot at all. This is gonna be the Demo Demon 6-inch carbide teeth blade. Gonna do a couple cuts. These are the same 16 penny nails, M12 Fuel, XC 4.0 battery, brand new blade, 7.5 pounds of weight. I'm gonna guess 28 seconds, the official guess. I think I'm being very optimistic. Let's do a few more, but that seemed faster and way less vibration. Yeah, I don't know. I could be crazy, but that seems faster. This feels way more pleasant with this carbide teeth blade, and I really think it's because of what we said, just the shorter TPI. No nails. Yeah, that's pretty smooth. M12 Fuel Hackzall. Biggest issues with this collet. So the way you have to change this, you have to twist this, and it doesn't release the blade. I mean, let's see. So it's already cooled down now. Full release, comes back out. When it was hot earlier, I had to jiggle it to get the blade to actually come out. If you're using this to the point where you need to change the blade, you're not gonna be able to touch this to change the blade. That's a problem. It's slick, it's small and compact, but that's gonna be a big issue. So if you have to change the blade, you're not gonna be able to. These worked better with these carbide teeth blades. I think it mainly has to do with having more teeth per inch versus the other Demo Demon having less teeth per inch, which is more aggressive, which is why it vibrated more. I vaguely recall noticing that with the Ryobi as well. Ryobi vibrated less with this blade versus this blade. So that's a factor. I didn't notice it bogging down a lot at all, so it's got power. I mean, it definitely has power for its size. It's so light, it's hard to get through material, and that stroke length is what matters. That's the huge, because this and its older brother are both 3,000 strokes per minute. So same stroke, just shorter, a lot shorter. What's 5/8? 1 and 2/8. Oh, look at this, 1 1/4. Some bitch. It's half, literally half the stroke length. Same revolutions, half the stroke length. It mattered. Would I buy this? I would not. It's not for me. For me, I really don't have a use case for it. I can't think of a single situation where I would need this as a homeowner, even though I have a business doing woodworking. I'm not gonna, I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna trim my Christmas tree with this? Like, it's not gonna happen. Do I recommend this? Not really, not for a homeowner. I think whatever use case you're gonna have, unless you're just balling and you wanna have both, buy the full size. Like, this doesn't make sense for a homeowner. I would not keep this. Who do I think this is for? I think that's the most important. I think this is really good for the trade. If you're a plumber or electrician, I really think this is spot on. I mean, I wouldn't even run this XC 4.0 unless I was using it, unless I had to cut a lot of steel piping, but I'm thinking like electricians cutting conduit PVC, plumbers PVC, like that's a sweet little package to one hand cut. I'm definitely not doing that with a full-size recip. That's the target market with this. That's where it goes. Can it cut 2x6, 2x4 in a pinch? This is why I think like electrician perfect. So if you have to cut and remove a stud, we were doing 5 16 penny nails and it was going through, like, it's fine. It takes time. It's gonna beat your hands up. I still don't think it's as much as the Ryobi one in beating my hands up. Ryobi should have been faster than this. You guys already know that. You already seen the video. I'm either selling this or taking it back. I don't see the use case for it. I just don't. It's not there. Buy the full size one. You'll be happier in the long run. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're in the trade and you use this, Let me know. I'm curious to see if you ever wished you had the larger one, and I'm mainly talking about electricians and plumbers, but that's really all I can recommend this for. I don't recommend this for home DIY. I'm not gonna keep it for myself. So is it capable? Yeah, it is. It's very, very capable. It's just gonna take a lot of time. So that's where it is. Thanks for watching, guys.